Getting an official autoimmune diagnosis can be a long and frustrating journey. Because different autoimmune conditions can have overlapping symptoms, and individuals with the same condition can present with different symptoms, makes it tricky to know what's really going on. But having an official diagnosis can be helpful. Here's why. So why is getting an official autoimmune diagnosis important? The first reason is that when you have a diagnosis, you can learn what your treatment options are. Secondly, you can connect with like-minded individuals or other individuals that are on the same journey as you, which can be very supportive. And third, you can put together a care team of medical practitioners and alternative practitioners and coaches that can really help you along your healing journey. If you are someone who is currently experiencing symptoms, maybe you're working with a doctor and you are navigating getting a diagnosis, figuring out what is going on, here are 6 tips that can be super helpful. Tip number 1 is know your family medical history. Your doctor is going to ask you about your family medical history, especially your biological parents, your siblings, and your biological grandparents. Because autoimmune disease does have a genetic component, it is essential to have this information. It can speed up the process, giving your doctor more clues as to what might be going on. I strongly recommend writing this down in a notebook or in an app on your phone so that when the question does arise, you have the accurate information. The second tip is to keep track of your symptoms. And again, you're going to want to do this in a tracking app or with pen and paper, and use a scale from 1 to 10 to track the different symptoms and their severity. Sometimes when time passes, we can either over-exaggerate the intensity or under-exaggerate the intensity of something. So when you're in the moment, when you're feeling the symptom, write it down, rate it from 1 to 10, 1 being not severe and 10 being extremely severe, so you have that on hand when you are ready for your appointment. The third tip is to actually see your medical doctor, make an appointment. And when you are with your doctor, be clear and assertive in your communication. So this is all about how you speak with your doctor. If you have done tips number 1 and number 2, and you have your family medical history and your symptoms recorded, being clear is a lot easier in your medical appointments. This goes beyond just medical history and symptoms. You may need to bring up topics such as testing and medications with your doctor. Maybe you read something somewhere or learned something from somebody in your life, and you're wanting to bring that up in a medical appointment. That is totally your right, but just the clarity that you have on the question that you want to ask is going to be very helpful and save you time in your appointment. That way you can cover more grounds and actually leave your appointment feeling satisfied and that you're getting the answers that you went for. Number 4 is to seek the appropriate testing. This may involve some trial and error, and again, you might have to ask your doctor to send you for certain tests. They may not be offering them. So write it down and be assertive when you are asking. Always be polite, but also be clear and assertive. Number 5 is don't give up. Getting a firm diagnosis can take several years, but there are some benefits to having a diagnosis. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can become aware of what your treatment options are. You can designate certain people on your care team. So you can put together a team of doctors and practitioners that can help you and support you on your journey. and you can connect with others who are on a similar journey and seek support in the right places. And number 6 is be proactive. There are things you can do now to improve your health. And that brings us to a really important question. Do I need a diagnosis to start my healing journey? And the answer is you absolutely don't. There are many things that you can do, diet and lifestyle wise, that can help you start healing from within, even before you have a diagnosis. One of my favorite dietary and lifestyle protocols is called the Autoimmune Protocol. There have been studies done on multiple different autoimmune diseases and the effectiveness on this protocol in reducing symptoms and improving quality of life. So I will link to the website, Autoimmune Wellness website, where you can find a plethora of research studies if you are wanting to know the science behind it. I will also link that in the comments below. I myself am an autoimmune protocol certified coach, and I have seen this work wonders in my own life with my Raynaud's syndrome and my Hashimoto's, as well as in the lives of my clients. Of course, this is a complementary protocol, and it is always recommended to work with this protocol alongside the work that you are doing with your medical doctor. If you want to learn more about AIP or how to implement any of these diet and lifestyle protocols into your everyday life, you can find me at whitneycopeland.com or on Instagram at whitneycopeland_.